Mindset, a daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markel. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markel.
Hello and welcome back to Morning Mindset. I am your host, Paul Markel. Thank you once again for making this show a part of your day, at least 5 days a week. I'm hoping that you're listening 5 days a week because we're delivering it that often, except if it's a holiday or if I'm on vacation. But it's not a holiday and I'm not on vacation, so congratulations to you. I had kind of a holiday last Friday. A week ago Friday, I got up and I was having my coffee and sitting at the table, and I usually check. I do like probably the majority of you do. I'm sitting there at the table, waking up, drinking my morning coffee, and I pick up my phone and I want to check my emails and notifications and all that stuff before I start the day. And my phone is running really super slow. I look at it, I'm like, how come I can't pull up my email? And it's running real slow. It's like, okay. So I look, and of course I look up in the corner, and it says I have no a Wi-Fi connection, or it says the Wi-Fi connection is there, meaning that my phone is reading the router, right? I know that techies are probably going to say, it's not a router, it's the modem or the whatever. My point is this. So the internet was not working at my house. The Wi-Fi is not working at the house. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the office anyway. So I get dressed and I go to the office. I get into the office, turn on the computer, and I realize there's no internet. And so fortunately, where I am in town, our office is walking distance to our internet provider's office. Like, it is literally like 3 businesses down the street. So I just walked over and went into the internet provider's office, and I said, hey, good morning. And she says, yes, it's down. I said, oh, I'm not the first one. She said, and this is the quote she gave me. She said, a third-party contractor was excavating or something, and they cut the lines. She said a third-party contractor cut the lines, and they are in the process of repairing them now. This is about 9 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. Okay. So what did I do? I went back into the office and it was Thursday, whatever. I went back into the office and I recorded some. But of course, I couldn't put them up for you guys because why? Well, because you need the internet to do that. And I wasn't able to do our group show notes because we share those with people that are in multiple states via the internet. So I did things around the office that did not require internet. And then I went home. And while I was home, I was like, well, I don't have to do internet work for business now. So what am I going to do? Well, I did physical things. I did laundry. Thank you very much for asking. Washed it and folded it all myself because I'm a big boy. I sat down and I played my guitar because guess what? I have a guitar and an amplifier and I have a plastic pick, and none of those things require a Wi-Fi connection. I read a little bit. Yes, I did. I read a little bit. And essentially, and I did some other things. I prepared some projects for the TV show and some videos that we're going to do. But the forced internet blackout was actually, it was kind of great because no one expected me. Now, of course, I had phone service. I had my normal phone service. But if you guys are like anybody else or like me or what have you, you don't want to be surfing the web all day long with your phone service unless you have unlimited, 4G or whatever. If you have unlimited 4G, go ahead, rock on, but I don't. So I don't want to be using my phone connection to surf the web or whatever. I just sent out a message to everybody who needed to know that, hey, And it wasn't. And here's the thing: like where I am, the entire city had no internet. It wasn't just like, oh, well, go to the cafe, go over to the coffee shop and use theirs. No, there was zero, none, nada. The entire valley where we are had no internet. So I just did physical things. Like I said, I went out and I did some inventory stuff. I worked on some projects. I worked on a new project, that we're doing for our other show. And it was good. It really was. And I would suggest it kind of like, we talked about the 24-hour blackout. Not taking your phones and all your Wi-Fi things, anything that's electronic, just turning it off for 24 hours. Read books, do chores, or catch up on projects that you've been meaning to catch up on, but you're constantly distracted by this or that or whatever. And the great thing, the forced internet blackout, it wasn't like people were like, "Hey, man, you're just slacking off today, and you need to get on it." I sent a message. I'm like, "Look, don't ask me to answer anything via email or whatever because I can't do it. It's just not going to happen." So no one expected me to be there. No one expected me to be on my phone or on the laptop or whatever. And because no one expected that, I just took care of business. I took care of what I needed to take care of. I think I might have taken a nap that day. I don't know. Naps are good, though. Especially if you're training. Oh, I trained that day. Oh, man, I forgot. So I had weight training that day. And in addition to my normal programmed workout, I went ahead and I put more weight on the squat bar than I ever have. And I got underneath it and I squatted down and I stood back up and I set a personal record for squatting. So, and I misspoke myself. I said Friday. It was actually Thursday. So it was a very, very productive Thursday. Now, obviously, I had to come back on Friday and take care of things. We had to make sure that everything was scheduled. And the weird irony of the internet being out, and maybe it was just a trick played by somebody that didn't want to work that day. But when I got to the office around 9 or so in the morning, it was out. And then my son, Zachary, who actually puts this show up, he sent me a message about 5:30, 5:35 or something like that and said, "Hey, the internet just came back up." So during the entire work day, the internet was down. And I know you might be sitting out there, you're thinking, dude, where I work, if the internet were to go down, that would be a catastrophe. It would be a catastrophe. Would it really be a catastrophe? Or could you use that opportunity just to do something else? If you've never, I had a forced internet blackout day, but if you've never had an actual deliberate blackout day, a 24-hour blackout where you just tell people, look, I'm not going to use my phone, I'm not going to text, I'm not going to email, I'm not going to do anything electronic. No phones, no laptops, no TVs, anything. I'm going to read books, I'm going to do projects, I'm going to take a nap, I don't know, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You should do that. Put that on your list of things that you should do. And you'd be amazed at how wonderful of an experience that can be to just unplug from everything electronic. And I'm not telling you to be a Luddite, and I'm not telling you to, to go back in time or what have you, but just once in a while, give yourself an internet blackout day. Just an electronics, internet, whatever you want to call it, blackout day, and relax, and you'll be amazed at how much you enjoy it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. That's it for today's Morning Mindset. Thank you very much for joining me. Make sure that you're leaving a review so that other people will know. And if you have read the Morning Mindset book, and I know a lot of you have because we went through the whole thing and we did a book study, please feel free to go to Amazon and leave a review. All right, I'm your host, Paul Markel. I'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markel, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.